Welcome back. Let's continue to this now. Prasa CEO Hishaam Emeran has been elected as president of the Southern African Railway Association at a board meeting in Cape Town. The association, established in 1996, is a non-profit which aims to increase both passenger and freight traffic between the SADC countries, as well as to reduce road-based freight transport. SABC News reporter Vanessa Puna and video journalist Lucanyo Mazanzana have more for us.
Rail as a driver of socio-economic transformation as well as change. That's according to the newly elected president of the Southern African Railway Association, who is just going to speak to us just now about the board meeting that occurred here a short while ago, and of course the aims of improving relations, improving the situation of rail across the SADC countries. Of course, a very warm good afternoon to you, Mr. Hishaam Emeran. Congratulations are in order. You've just been appointed as the president of Sara. Let us just in a nutshell talk about Sara. I mean, established in 1996, and of course the aim is to get the SADC countries, the African countries, to work together to improve rail, whether it is from a passenger or a freight point of view.
Thank you very much, and I'm certainly humbled being appointed as the new president of Sara. Prasa was in fact hosting the Sara board meeting here in Cape Town today. We shared with them some of the developments at Prasa side in terms of progress. But importantly, the Sara board meeting today, we've been focusing on how do we improve collaboration, ensure the integration on the region in terms of both passenger as well as freight rail networks. We were discussing the strategic plan that was approved last year, and we're now focusing on the implementation of that strategic plan. Within the course of this year, we will be sharing the detailed action plan, milestones and timeframes in terms of some of the key interventions to ensure that we achieve that integration at the regional level.
We've spoken to the GCO of Transnet Freight Rail a short while ago, and we're asking him about, the volumes being moved within South Africa when it comes to rail versus road. I mean, he was mentioning to us that in 2017-18, 226 million tons being moved by rail versus last year, 152 million. That, of course, just slightly up from the year before. So these kind of figures, I mean, I suppose they are in direct sort of working together in terms of what you're trying to achieve on a continental point of view.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm sure the colleague from Transnet spoke quite comprehensively on that. The underlying point is that the roads are under significant strain because rail is not playing the role it should be playing, both from a freight as well as passenger rail point of view. If you look at also from a Prasa perspective, we have seen significant growth now that we've recovered the corridors. We've seen 100% growth in the last year just on passenger numbers. Albeit that we are not where we want to be. We are sitting at 40 million passengers per annum. This is at Prasa, but it's still a far cry from where we were a decade ago, where we were close to 450 million passengers per annum. So the importance of Sara at a regional level is to ensure that how do we improve and increase the market share for both freight as well as passengers across the region.
And that was going to be my closing question. This all has to do with growing the economies of the various member states.
Absolutely. And a good example, if you look at the investment in rail in the region, this morning we discussed some of the key projects in the various member states of Sara, be it in Tanzania, be it here in Botswana, where there are significant projects that we are dealing with, as well as South Africa. You've seen we've established the rail manufacturing capability, we've recovered the various corridors, and this requires significant capital investment. With this investment, we see through this process significant job creation that is happening. Prasa has seen that for every 1 million we invest in the capital program, close to 7 jobs are created. When we look at the impact regionally, if we get well-functioning rail, freight and passenger systems, the impact on the socio-economic status of these various member countries will be significant. And there's a lot of information out there that speaks to the contribution back to the economy, when we've got passengers moving to rail, when we have got the freight moving from road to the rail system. Thanks.
Mr. Emeran, thank you very much for your time today, sir, and all the best for your position as president for Sara.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Of course, the newly elected president of Sara just giving us an input in terms of the work that lies ahead for the member states in terms of improving rail, both from a freight as well as a passenger point of view among the SADC countries.